Thank you as always for joining another RapidScale webinar series. We're super excited to have everybody on the call today. It's 9 o'clock on the dot out here in the West Coast, and we are at noon on the East Coast. It looks like we've got a good amount of attendees joining, so we're going to go ahead and kick it off today and get started. Today we're going to talk about the RapidScale experience. And
hey Mark, really quick, make sure you share your screen. Just really quick.
Oh.
Make sure you, yep.
Hold on a minute. Well, that would help, Summer.
Yeah, no worries.
Why am I not sharing my screen?
I don't know.
Summer, we may have a problem. Here we go. Here we go. Got it. No one can see your screen. Click Start Screen Sharing.
There we go.
I am trying. It is not working.
Okay, let's see.
Hold on, guys. Apologize. Here we go. I got it.
Awesome.
Okay. Now are we there, Summer?
Yep, I can see the deck.
Okay, we can see the screen. Sorry about that, guys. A little technical difficulty for us this morning. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get this rocking and rolling for you. My name is Mark Sadkowski, and I am the President and Chief Strategy Officer here at RapidScale. As always, this webinar is being recorded. The deck and the video will be available for you in 24 hours on the partner portal. And if you don't have access, you can email marketing@rapidscale.net. Summer and her crew will be happy to help you out. As always, Ms. Summer Pagoni, our marketing manager, is on the call with us today. She'll be fielding any questions that you guys have. So please feel free to pop those in along the way, and Summer will go ahead and keep me apprised of them, and we'll keep rolling right through. So as I said, today is about the RapidScale experience. And really at RapidScale, we have two sides of the experience, right? We have the partner experience and we have the customer experience. And it's really a differentiation for us as an organization. We believe 100% that the best way to reach our mission statement, which is to be the most client-focused managed cloud computing organization in the industry, starts with our partners. We really have to deliver an extremely strong relationship with our business partners. As most of you know, RapidScale is a channel-centric organization, meaning we don't have a direct sales team, folks. All of our sales come through you, our partners. And we've done this since the inception of the company in 2008. A lot of it has to do with one of our co-founders, Randy Jeter, and myself, Mark Sadkowski, having been in the channel for so many years. We've known that the channel is the way to drive and grow businesses. We saw it firsthand in our past lives in the telecom industry. And we just believed from the get-go that the channel was the way to get our message out there and to bring on great clients through the partnership with everybody on the call today. So for those of you who didn't know about our partnership strategy and kind of our options, the majority of you the majority of you sell RapidScale on the retail side of the house, meaning that you sell RapidScale services through RapidScale on RapidScale paper. Most of you have an affiliation with a master agency out there. We're extremely, extremely proud to say that we feel we have, the top master agents in the industry. We've built these relationships over a couple of decades, and now that the cloud is really coming into its own in the channel, it's just super exciting. I've been here since 2012, and really the end of 2011, to be fair. And I got to tell you, when we started, it was like pushing water uphill. Cloud was new. A lot of people were focused on their primary businesses, and we stuck through it. And now we're starting to see the fruits of those labors, because as everybody on the call knows today, and why you joined the call today, the cloud is where it's at. A lot of you who've been on calls with me or who've done trainings with me have heard me say, 3 years ago we had to convince people why cloud was an option. Today, it's a full 180. And if you're an IT director, an IT manager, a VP of IT, even a CIO, you really have to convince your senior team and your board of directors why cloud isn't your option. It's just gone that mainstream, folks. So super excited that everybody's on the call today. And as I mentioned, most of you are in our retail channel, but it's important to know that we also have another channel, which is our white label channel. The white label partnerships are for those businesses that traditionally have been MSPs of ours, and they have an IT practice as a business. These folks, typically have a good-sized sales team. They've got an operations team. They have a 24/7 help desk. They have the engineering talent and support to really run all of this in a wholesale relationship with RapidScale, and we embrace these partners as well. A lot of you know that we've worked with carriers in the past, and we have several carriers now who are selling our services on their papers. So there are multiple channels to sell RapidScale. The latest and greatest that we've put into the market about 3 years ago was the bill and brand. And this is for our partners who have a lot of IT talent, but really want that separation still with the client. They want to be able to say that we're utilizing RapidScale, or we're utilizing Amazon, or we're utilizing Microsoft Azure on the back end. As a matter of fact, we're going to have them bill you, but we're going to co-brand the bill with RapidScale and with us. So we call that a powered by solution. And again, mostly MSPs and VARs are looking at that partnership option today. If you have questions about our partnership options, please feel free to reach out to any of your partner experience managers, also AKA channel managers. We have them all over the country. We've got a map here coming up in a few slides, so I'll wait and kind of introduce each of them at that point. But lots of options to sell RapidScale. The channel is where it's at, so thank you again for being a valued partner and coming on board with us. And here's the map. So if you are in the Northwest, Andrew Davis is your man. Andrew Davis is our Vice President of Partner Experience. He is handling the Northwest from the Bay Area on up through Seattle. You see the map here. We have Chris Morera, who handles the Southwest. And Chris has everything in California, Arizona, Nevada, etc. So super excited that we've got a very strong West Coast presence. In the central region, we have Mr. Paul Overstreet. Paul's been with us over a year now. Paul's doing a great job, and he's got a big territory. But that territory will most likely divide here in 2018, and we'll bring in some additional support in the Chicago and upper central region. Moving to the Northeast, you have Mr. Matt Coso, 20-plus year veteran in technology. Those of you who know Matty Coso know that he's a man on a mission. He works tirelessly to get you your quotes and help you close the business. So real strong presence in the Northeast. Out of Raleigh, North Carolina, which is our new East Coast presence, guys, for those of you who didn't know it. We are building out our East Coast regional headquarters. In Raleigh, we've got Bob Buchanan, and I am super excited to introduce to you or mention to you, if you haven't already known it, Bob Buchanan came on board with us last month. He is our new Executive Vice President of Sales and Marketing. So Bob will be running the entire sales and marketing group. He's diving in deep and digging in with a lot of partners in the Northeast and the Southeast now. So super excited to have Bob on board. And then in the Southeast, actually out of Raleigh or thereby, is Heidi Knowles. Heidi comes to us with, as we like to call her, Heidi Hosted Knowles. Heidi comes to us with, years of experience in the hosted space, and she has been digging in for the last 6 months. So those of you who don't know her yet, please make time to get introduced to her. Heidi is a veteran, and she's a seasoned pro. She can help you close a lot of business. And then most of you do know Mr. Andrew Lauder. Andrew is our director of the East region. So Andrew is responsible for the East Coast, along with Heidi and along with Matt. He reports directly to Bob Buchanan now. And those of you who know Andrew know that he came to us 4 years ago without a ton of experience, but has proven himself to be a leader and an expert in the cloud space over the last 4 years. So that's your team, guys. In addition to that team, as most of you know, we have a partner experience team who support our partner experience managers. Today, that team is made up of Drake Lerma and Will Kirk. They're both housed out of corporate with us in Irvine, California, and we are adding more positions currently to that role as well. So we're going to have partner experience reps throughout the country who are going to support our experience managers and our partners. Again, if you haven't seen it yet, guys, this is our motto, right? We believe that if we empower our partners, we will get you guys the most knowledge, the most tools, and you will be the most successful when you're selling RapidScale products and services. So what are some of the things that we do that are out there? A lot of companies do this. We feel we do them really well. Partner trainings, lunch and learns, right? So the best way to learn this business by far is to get engaged with opportunities with our partner experience managers. I have told people for years, do a dozen discovery calls with us, and you will come out of that after 12 calls. You will feel much more rounded around cloud and around what are the right questions to ask, how do I engage, how do I handle the common objections around cloud. If you commit to a dozen opportunities with us, you will see the success of those opportunities in your personal knowledge and growth, as well as some deals closing. I'm pretty sure about that. Webinars, we believe wholeheartedly in these webinars. We've been doing them for the last 4 years. We run one on the first Wednesday of every month, which you all are here with us today. And then we have a second webinar, and I don't know how many of you are attending this one, but if you really want to go deep, if you really want to get technical, if you want to understand how all of this cloud stuff actually works, that's the third Wednesday of every month. And that's head up by Dwayne Barnes, our Senior Vice President of Engineering, and our solution engineers. So we continue to, want to provide knowledge and training to you guys and help you guys really understand. It's tough to be experts in IT, guys. It takes a decade. It takes a career. But these guys have all done this for decades and careers, and they can certainly help you get up to speed very quickly. And what I really like about our technical webinars, they don't kill you with feeds and speeds and get extremely granular around how a CPU works, because to be very candid and fair, customers don't care about that anymore. What customers truly care about is performance of their environment. That's what they want to know. And we've seen that transition over the last 6 years since I've been here. We used to have customers asking us about our CPU, about the megahertz, about what servers you're running, how does this work, and that's pretty much out the window now. Today, customers want to know, how are my applications going to perform? How are all of my applications going to integrate together? And how am I going to deliver the IT experience to my employees, right? So that's really where this is coming. So if you're not into those technical webinars, please join them. You will learn a ton. Additionally, we do custom training. We will set up one-on-one webinars with partners. We'll set up one-on-one or one-to-team webinars. If you have a team that you'd like to get trained up, we're here to support you guys, and we have the resources to do it. So take advantage of the training. That's where it all starts, on the partner experience. Inclusive of that training is our Cloud University. And shout out to Summer, Zoleka, and the rest of the marketing team. They have built an incredible Cloud University. Excuse me, a little water there. It's an online platform. Today we have over a dozen courses, I believe, and if I'm wrong, Summer will correct me, I'm sure. It's self-paced. You can get certified and be a RapidScale certified cloud expert. We've got a badge that you can put on your signature, because we know credibility is huge for your client base. They want to know that they're dealing with people who understand what their needs are and what their challenges are, and can help them overcome those needs and challenges. So the Cloud University is open to anybody. You can access it through our RapidScale website. And again, if you're just getting into cloud and you feel like, hey, I just need some real fundamental basics, it's here for you. But additionally, Summer and the team, with the help of the engineering solutions team, are digging deeper into these university topics as well. They're putting out a new topic every month, and those topics will get more and more technical. So my vision for the partner experience is we're going to give you as much knowledge and as much ammo as you'd like, and allow you to go as deep into the cloud as you feel you want to be. Again, I cannot stress enough, if you're newer to this and you've only been doing cloud for a year or two, there is no substitute for getting our solution engineers and our partner experience managers on calls working real opportunities with you and your customers. A lot of you have heard me say this over the years, and I'll continue to say it. We are not at a traditional broker's market yet. It's just not there. IT is too complex. It's very difficult to bring in 4 or 5 providers and kind of have them all meet with your customer, have them all do the discovery with the customer. First, your customers aren't going to want to have that many discovery calls. Secondly, you're going to end up with, if you bring 5 of us in, you'll have 5 different solutions or 5 different designs that will provide the solution to the customer. But it gets really muddy, guys. So my best advice I can give to our partners, pick a pony, pick a horse, right? We want that horse to be RapidScale. And one commitment you have from me and the team, we do what we do very well. We have our core competencies, and we continue to build the engineering team around those core competencies. If you bring us into an opportunity, guys, that we cannot compete on, we're the first ones to let you know, hey, not the right fit for us, but you may want to talk to this person at this company. They are really who your customer needs. So we do not believe in putting square pegs into round holes, right? We do what we do well, and it all ties back to the partner experience, and it all ties into the client experience, right? At the end of the day, you want happy customers. We want happy customers. We don't have happy customers by trying to do things that we don't know how to do. So take advantage of the university, learn the products and services, take advantage of the trainings. We have so many resources that can train you. As a matter of fact, there's a partner out of Austin, Texas, who came to us about probably 7 months ago, and we've done tons and tons of trainings with her to get her up to speed, and she's becoming a cloud expert now. She's running her discovery calls. She's popping us in for design. That's how this model works out, and eventually that's where everybody will be. If you've spoken with me in the past, you've heard me say, when MPLS networks came out 15 years ago, nobody could do an MPLS network without a full engineering team, right? Today, a lot of our traditional voice and data network folks who are partnered with us can blow an MPLS network out of the water all by themselves. Same thing happened with hosted VoIP and UCaaS, right? When those things first hit the marketplace, you needed engineering support. You needed subject matter experts. Today, most folks who are traditional voice and data and IT, VARs and MSPs, are selling UCaaS like it's second nature. We believe that same transition will happen over cloud over time. It's just going to take some time. As I mentioned, we've been mainstream now for about 12, 18 months. My belief is in about 3 to 4 years, partners will be running this in a traditional model, but today, pick a pony and help us get you the business and help us let you win. So thought leaders, monthly tech talks. I love these. I don't know how much Andrew Salisbury, our director of service delivery, is going to like the picture we have on there. But again, we have all of the leaders within the organization doing monthly tech talks. So that makes for about a half a dozen of them a month. And these are great little snippets. They're 2 minutes long. Jump onto the partner portal and watch some of these. You'll gain great insight. The side-by-side selling with Andrew Lauder and Lucas Salvage there on the right, great video, guys. They did this at a partner event, and I think they plan to wear the purple shirts together. I don't know, maybe not. But again, great videos, take advantage of them. And then you've got experts like Dwayne Barnes, our Senior Vice President of Engineering, in the middle. And like I said, Dwayne's Tech Talks are probably a little more technical than mine, but there's a slew of these out there, and Summer will let us know how many when I hand this over to her. But take advantage of them and spend 10, 15 minutes. I know we don't have a lot of time. I know we're all super busy, but if you've got 15, 20 minutes, pop onto the website and check it out. You will learn a ton. Partner marketing. I'm going to hand it off to Ms. Summer Fagoni, but first I'm going to ask Summer, did we have any questions at the beginning, Summer?
Only one quick question that I want to address. Someone asked how they can register for Cloud University, since Mark just covered that. You self-register yourself, so you don't even need to go through us. You would just go to rapidscaleuniversity.com/register, and you can sign yourself up, and it's a really easy process. So that answers that question.
Well, Summer, I'm gonna let you take over, and I'm gonna sit back and listen away.
Okay, and just so everyone knows, Mark will be clicking through these slides for me. Mainly what I want to cover for you as we're talking about the partner experience is our marketing resources, because this is a really valuable thing that we offer all of our partners. We have a pretty much full tool set for you to use in regards to marketing. So as we covered at the very beginning of the webinar, we do have a partner portal. If you don't yet have access to that, it's really easy for us to set you up. So just send a quick email to marketing@rapidscale.net, or if you even want to chat over that you'd like access, just let me know and we can get you set up in the partner portal. The main things you will find in the portal include marketing collateral, an email marketing program, and then some sales training. Mark already touched on some of the sales training. The partner portal includes a link to Cloud University, as well as all of the webinars we've ever done, and some training decks and some training documents. And so those are really more aimed towards you and just helping you build your knowledge. The goal of the partner portal overall is just to make sure that you have all of the resources you need and all of the knowledge you need for the sales process to make it easier for you. So really quick before we move on, I want to point out the partner directory. At the very top of the partner portal, you'll see a little blurb about the partner directory. We love our partners, we really appreciate you, and we do need you for our business. So we do want to feature you on our website. If you want to be included in that partner directory, all we need from you is a high-res version of your logo, your contact information, and a quick blurb about your company, and we can get you up on the website and featured. So just a great opportunity that I don't think very many of our partners are aware of, and so let us know if you want to be included in that. And click away, Mark. Let's go to the next slide. All right, so first thing we're going to talk about is our marketing collateral. This is the first section of the partner portal, and it's a bunch of collateral that is customer-facing that you can use in the sales process. This is already pre-built for you, and so it's really easy. You don't have to build a full marketing strategy yourself. If you want any of these pieces co-branded, that's a really easy process. You simply send us a high-res version of your logo and any contact information you want included. So your logo would simply go up there next to the RapidScale logo, and then on the back of every document would be your contact information, and you can effectively be using these pieces as your marketing material facing your customers and prospects. These are really easy pieces to share and to repurpose. You can bring them to in-person meetings with your clients. You can email them to your clients and prospects, add them to your website if you want, share them on social media. And if you even want to repurpose some of the content that you find within these pieces, you can do that as well. You can pull out facts and statistics. You can kind of repurpose them into blog content if you want. So we're very flexible. These pieces are truly all built for you and to help make your life easier. So any way you could think of using them, we're open to that. So just kind of to go through the kind of collateral we have, our product pricing matrices, these are a little more in-depth about each of our core product sets and include some pricing details. Our product slicks are quick one-pagers about each of our core products. Industry slicks, we have these on pretty much every vertical you can think of and are just a nice overview of how the cloud plays into each of these verticals. We have case studies, and these are left anonymous in terms of both the partner and the client, and so they're really good real-life examples of how RapidScale solutions have worked for real businesses today. So good examples for you to be bringing into meetings. Competitor comparisons. It's often brought up, how do we compare with some of the big players in the cloud space? So we do address some of those concerns in these documents. White papers, I would say we have about 40 white papers, and they cover such a range of topics, industry topics, cloud topics, technology topics in general. So if you don't find a topic in there that you need, we can help build that for you. And then some FAQs on our core product set as well. So that's kind of an overview of the collateral available to you. On to the next slide, Mark. Next, I would say this is our most popular marketing resource, our email marketing program. And today I'm really excited to announce that we have built a new 12-month campaign for you. All of these templates are brand new, and they will be posted in the partner portal by the end of this week, so keep an eye out for those. The reason we kind of redesigned those is just to make sure they have really updated statistics and facts and fresh content and fresh design. So again, keep an eye out for those. These are pre-built. You can use them as a year-long campaign, or if you even want to shorten that, do 2 a month and make it a 6-month campaign, that's fine as well. And you can even use them as one-offs if you really want to focus in on a certain topic. So these are also co-brandable, just like our Collateral. Your logo would go on them, and then any of those buttons you see throughout those templates, we can link those wherever you want. So a lot of people want to link them to the contact page on their website or directly to someone's email address. And so again, that's up to you and how you want to go down that road. We can also set you up with a free MailChimp account. MailChimp is free for up to 2,000 users on your contact list. So if you're not currently using an email marketing platform, that's okay. MailChimp is really easy to use. It's very intuitive, and the best part is it gives you great reporting at the end of each campaign. You can see who clicked on certain links, how many times people opened, and you can be effectively using those analytics as warm leads. And there might be people that are opening a certain topic 12 times. You should definitely reach out to that person then and discuss that topic with them. So we always tell partners when we're having marketing discussions on the phone, the key is really in that follow-up. You kind of have to be dedicated to this process and be willing to do that follow-up, because that's where you will see the most success there. So we can either teach you how to use MailChimp, or we can pretty much manage it all for you. And it's just a free program we offer our sales partners. So if you have a different platform like Constant Contact or another email marketing platform, you can also upload these templates into there. So they're really versatile. We can also customize some email marketing for you if you're not finding what you want within these templates. We have had partners that really want to zero in on an industry. So for example, if you wanted to focus on manufacturing, we can create kind of a bundle email for you that includes a white paper, an overview of the industry, and then a case study of how these solutions have actually worked before for another manufacturing organization. So again, email marketing, one of our most popular programs, and definitely take advantage of these new templates. Next slide, Mark.
Yes, I want to add one part to the email marketing campaign to all of our partners out there. We created this idea around email marketing. We didn't create the idea, let's be honest. We came up with the idea of email marketing by interviewing our partners early on, and we had so many partners that we asked them, what are the top things RapidScale could do for you? Obviously, a lot of them wanted leads. That was the first thing, and we said, great, we'll try to figure that one out, and we've been working on that for years. Summer's been heading that up. Haven't found the best lead gen yet, but we continue to look at that. But one of the top issues that came up was I don't communicate with my customer base, and I think that is real for so many partners out there. So many of our partners are smaller entities, sole proprietorships, S corps, a couple of employees, or maybe even a one-man show. As a matter of fact, I was on a call earlier this week with a very good friend and a great partner. And we were talking about, how we can help her be more successful. And one of the things I said was, how often are you touching your customer base? And I realized she's been in this business, guys, for over a dozen years. And like so many of us, her top 10% of her customers, she's in constant contact with, unintended. Not utilizing the system, just talking to them regularly, because, that's the meat and potatoes of her business. But the other 90% are we talk to them when they have a problem or when their renewal is coming up or something's going on. So take advantage of this, not only from the cloud perspective of it, but take advantage of it to keep relevant with all of your customers, guys. So many of you have built a business over months or years that you have dozens or hundreds of customers, and you know for a fact you're not relevant, you're not talking to them. This is an easy, automated fashion to keep in front of them. Let them know that your company and you are still here, you're still relevant. Now, this ties directly in the cloud in that so many of our partners have been traditionally in another business sector, right? Voice and data. The majority of our partners are voice and data independent agents. It is what it is. And so many of them have said, how do I pivot? How do I let people know that I'm selling cloud? How do I let them know that I can be their trusted advisor around IT as a service or infrastructure as a service? This is a no-brainer, guys. Invest an hour with our marketing team, set up a one-year campaign. Summer and the team will automate it for you and hit go, and you just stayed relevant for your customers for a year. Now, one of the topics that I told this partner about the other day, and I'll tell all of you, if I were starting a consultancy or an agency, and I were coming to RapidScale right now, and I were to say, RapidScale, I want you to help me out with this, the very first template I would have Summer and the team help me push out is Office 365. Office 365 is huge right now. RapidScale is an Office 365 supplier. We're a CSP. We can sell it. We've got plenty of customers on it who are referenceable. But so many of your customers right now are looking at Office 365. They're looking at it, guys, and they don't know where to go. They're going onto the website at Microsoft and buying it in a retail package on an annual basis. I'm telling you, if you've got 100 or 200 or 300 customers and you do this campaign with Summer and the team and you put Office 365 out there, I would be blown away if you didn't get at least a half a dozen hits of people saying, tell me more, or I am interested in this, or I am trying to procure this right now, or my CFO has told me to go look into this. You immediately put yourself in the middle of that process. So please, please, please take advantage of the email marketing campaign. Summer and the team run it unbelievably well, and it's a no-brainer for you guys. It's an hour investment that could pay off exponentially for you in terms of ROI. Sorry, Summer, I'm giving it back to you, and I'm changing the slide.
No worries. I love all your real-life examples.
I think I'm changing the slide. Hold on.
I don't see it yet.
Slide is stuck. There we go.
All right. So the final thing I wanted to touch on is social media. I know a lot of partners today kind of maybe shy away from this and shy away from video content as well, which I'll get to towards the end of this slide. But this stat is really great. 2 billion internet users today have active social media accounts. That is a huge audience that you just might be missing out on. You never know. We have great success on our social media and getting engagement. And the reason that it's so great is it's a way to define your brand and your voice. It can establish you as a thought leader because you don't always have to be talking about your solutions and being super salesy. Social media is a great place to talk about the industry and additional knowledge you have. Just sharing your expertise and your knowledge. And again, engaging with the audience you might just totally be missing out on today. So we really can help build your social media presence. A lot of people are afraid it's going to take a lot of time and dedication. You can take small steps into this. And again, social media is another really easy thing like email marketing to automate today. You can be scheduling posts to go out on various platforms. So all of the collateral we just covered a couple slides ago, these are really easy things to start sharing on social media. Pulling quick statistics and facts from within this collateral, another really easy way to share content via your social media platforms. A thing that we've really been pushing internally at RapidScale this year is sharing pictures from when we're out at events, meeting with partners, meeting with clients. Those are what we're seeing get the most engagement through social media, especially LinkedIn and Twitter, because people are seeing your faces. They're seeing who actually works for RapidScale. They're seeing your team, and that's much more relatable than maybe the more salesy posts. And additionally, another huge push we've had this year, as you heard Mark cover with our Tech Talks, I think we do about 7 Tech Talks a month at least. Video is huge these days. 75 million people in the United States alone watch online videos every single day, and this is just a really easy way to be pushing engagement. People don't want to read as much today. They really want, quick videos, and you don't have to be an expert videographer. A lot of what our sales team is using today is just their iPhones or their smartphones and doing quick selfie videos in the moment when they're meeting with a partner, or when we do our videos with our team, we really just set up a tripod and get the experts talking. So it's just another easy way to share your knowledge, share who you are. So if you're not using social media today, I would encourage trying to dip your toes in the water there. And I think that's it for me with marketing, Mark.
Okay, Summer. We had a couple of questions come up, and as always, I'm doing this on my little laptop, and I can't read them that well, so I'm going to have you handle the questions real quick, Summer.
All right. Yeah, let me look at them as well. Are you going to translate Spanish for marketing material? We don't currently push out Spanish materials, but we are definitely open to making these available in other languages, definitely. It's something we might have to work with you on. But we have done it actually in the past a bit. We had someone translate them for us, and then we just rebuilt them. So definitely an option there. Let's see. What else? Can these webinar decks be front and end loaded with my company info and co-branded as well? Yep, any decks that you see from our team, we can co-brand these as well. That's why I want you guys to know that we're really flexible with the materials you're able to use. If there's a topic we cover in one of these monthly webinars and you want to be able to cover it as well, we can definitely co-brand these. It's another sort of content that we can co-brand for you. What else? Is this call recorded? It is recorded. Anyone who is an attendee on this call, you will get a copy of not only the deck, but a video recording. So you'll be able to reference this again. No worries on that. We have a lot coming in, and I'm just going to try and go through here. Lots of questions, you guys. With so many social media choices, which ones would be the suggested ones to use? I would say we are most successful with Twitter and LinkedIn. LinkedIn is more of that professional side of social media. That's where we try and focus on content that's really RapidScale focused, what RapidScale is doing in developing who we are as a company. Twitter is a little more casual. We share a lot of industry updates on there, news articles, as well as RapidScale updates. That's where we share a lot of blog content, statistics, and we post on there a lot more frequently. And so we try and really load up Twitter with a lot of content, and then LinkedIn is kind of trimming it down to the really most valuable RapidScale information, which you, again, can repurpose to your business. So those are what I see the most success with. Other ones like Vimeo and YouTube, if you're really wanting to get into the video game, those are what you would use for video as well. And videos are really easy to repurpose via LinkedIn and Twitter as well. They all tie in together. What else on here? All right. Those are what I can answer for now, and I'll try and get through to some of these other ones for you guys. So I'm going to hand it back to Mark.
Sorry, I was talking on mute, guys. I saw one question here asking, do you present in Canada and other countries? Yes. Guys, we are a global managed cloud computing company. And we've got a very strong partnership with a company out of Canada. So yes, we are in Canada. We have customers in Canada. We have customers in Latin America. That was the question that came over from that particular partner about rebranding in Spanish. Thank you, Pablo. And then we've got partners who are now going into Europe and selling managed cloud services there. So those of you who aren't aware, we have, I'm just going to touch on this real quick. We have 3 domestic data centers, all tier 3 data centers, all geographically dispersed throughout the United States. They're in Irvine, California, Sterling, Virginia, and Dallas, Texas. We do have plans to continue to increase our points of presence in the domestic U.S. For those of you who understand what a smart build strategy is, that's how we've built out our data center infrastructure. When we find a very strong, what I call an anchor customer or an anchor tenant, and that tenant is buying one of our core products, typically desktop as a service, we will take a look at putting a new data center point of presence near their headquarters if, say, they have 1,000 users there, because it's a mutually beneficial build for us. A, we get another point of presence somewhere geographically dispersed in the United States. B, those customers with 1,000 users or 800 users are typically looking for something for their primary to be closer to them from a latency and a performance standpoint. Now, the really cool part of what we do, all of us, this isn't RapidScale, this is our industry, guys. Technology just continues to grow and get better exponentially. It seems week over week or month over month, certainly year over year. And we can pretty much serve anybody in the domestic United States with a latency of under 40 milliseconds from one of our current data centers. So the technology push for that isn't as strong as it was, say, 4 or 5 years ago. But know that RapidScale will do a build in a geographic area that we are not in if we have that strong anchor customer and they have a requirement or a request for us to do it. It's a great way to expand our presence and continue to, add more diversity into our domestic network. Internationally, we are in Hong Kong and we are in Amsterdam, and both of those were born and grown out of our multinational customers who had a reason or a requirement for us to be there. So now that we've built the data centers there, and when I say build data centers, I want to be correct here in case I've got technical people on the phone. We are not in the brick and mortar business. We are renting cages in those data centers from world-class data center providers like Equinix, TierPoint, Savis, and the one in Amsterdam. I'm never going to remember the name, so I'm not even going to try to say it anymore. It's one of the top data center providers in Amsterdam. But that allows us to serve local customers out of those data centers as well. So know that we can serve in Canada, we can present in Canada. There are plans to build a data center in Montreal, Canada, just so you guys know, or build out into a data center in Montreal. We're just waiting on that anchor customer to get us there. And one of the driving factors for Canada, in case somebody was thinking this, is the Patriot Act, right? And it's real important that everybody knows that all the domestic data stays in the United States. So we do not copy our data into Hong Kong or into Amsterdam for our customers who are US-based, who only do business in the US. The data in those data centers are typically customers who are international and want to be in those data centers. The big push in Canada is the Patriot Act. A lot of people, 3 years ago, everybody was completely paranoid about Canadian data being stored inside of the United States because the Patriot Act allows the federal government to go and seize that data at any point in time. That has subsidized, it's really subsidized lately. Subsidized, wrong word. It's slowed down. We don't see that fear or that objection that often anymore. But know that there are plans to grow out there. So with that being said, did you see any other questions you'd like to answer, Summer?
No, I think we're good to go for now.
Okay, so guys, all of this is geared at the partner experience today, right? We understand that the partner experience is what really allows us to earn your trust and grow with you. But the partner experience, as I mentioned, is the first step, right? The true experience comes down to the client experience. And our mission statement is, you see it right here, I'm not going to read it to you. We have invested a ton of resources and money into the client experience. And while I would love to say that, it was my idea or Randy's idea that the client experience is where it needs to be, that would be, not true. The reality is Randy and I and others who work for the company, we're very lucky to work for a company that truly put the customer first in our past lives. And we saw that model. We helped build that model, to be very candid with you. And we said to ourselves, why in the world wouldn't we follow that winning model and do the same thing here? So when we talk about client experience, guys, it starts with you. It starts with getting you the best experience we can because you are our sales machine. But once you give us that opportunity, we have to maintain your trust and we have to build credibility and earn the trust of your clients. And here's how we do it. We invest, right? So we're 24/7 by 365 support. That support is somebody answering the phone live. It's not going to, an answering desk. Now, to be fair, if we've got a huge inflow of calls, we do roll over to an answering service. But the majority of those calls will be answered by a RapidScale badged employee who will open a ticket and solve a problem for the customer. That gets to the 96% average customer satisfaction. Now, a key note here, if you're saying 96, Mark, that's not that good. Now, if I were to share with you, that's 96% customer satisfaction on customers who open a ticket with us only. So every trouble ticket that gets opened up with RapidScale, a survey goes out to that customer and says, how did we perform? How can we do better? What was your experience? How did the support person treat you? I mean, that is our core focus, guys. So see that that is a true, it's a great number for us. And this year, we're actually getting ready to roll out Net Promoter Scores for our customers so that we can include those customers who don't have trouble tickets with us and get their feel on how is RapidScale and what do we do. Over the last 3 years, we've averaged less than a 1% churn in our customer base, guys. That's huge. That means customers come to RapidScale and they do not leave. So be aware that if you trust us with your customer and you give us a workload with them, they very rarely leave us. Now, it's not to say we don't have customers who leave. We do. Everybody does. As a matter of fact, we've had customers, the last couple of customers who have left, unfortunately, their business has changed dramatically and they either had to downsize or go out of business. And that's kind of sad, but it happens. We also have customers who have changes in leadership, right? And somebody comes in and says, well, this is all great, but we really want to be running Office 365, right? Up to a year ago, we didn't have an Office 365 practice. We brought it on because we saw that we were losing a couple of customers because they wanted Office 365, so we had to bring that into the fold. And then a key number here for everybody, 127% average annual growth. That's huge for us as an organization. We continue to grow, obviously, in 3-digit numbers. We have since the inception of the company. But a big part of that growth is organic growth, guys. We see over 35% organic growth in our base every year, year in, year out. So what that means to you is you bring us a customer, and say you bring a customer over to us for disaster recovery and business continuity as a service. Our account management client experience team is constantly working with you and your customers and trying to expand our portfolio into those clients. And that's great for you because all of a sudden you see your commission checks start to grow. And that's an exciting thing when you're not doing anything and all of a sudden your commission doubles. It's a great story. As a matter of fact, I've got a good partner and a good friend who's been with us, 5 years now. He brought us a deal 5 years ago. It was a 300-400 user hosted exchange deal. And about 2 years into it, the customer decided they loved everything we did, and they moved all of their workloads to RapidScale. So we got all their infrastructure as a service, we got all their disaster recovery as a service, and we got desktop as a service for them. And that partner had no idea it was going on. He hadn't been involved with this customer. He kind of sold the email and moved on. And I got a phone call from him about 3 months into him getting larger commissions. And he goes, hey, I don't know how to tell you this, but I'm just nervous. Did you guys mess something up? Because I saw my commissions have gone up substantially, and I don't want to get a charge back, Mark. So tell me what's going on. And I said, yeah, your customer went from, X amount of dollars in revenue to 5 times that. So you saw your commission grow 5 times. And it goes without saying he was ecstatic. So we have that happen more often than not. It's a fun place to be. The managed cloud approach, 24/7, 365 support, that's key, guys. Management and monitoring. If your customers, and more of our customers are coming to us today and saying, we want you to manage and monitor our underlying infrastructure. We'll handle all of our applications. We'll handle all of our employees. Just keep an eye on the infrastructure. We want it running top notch. We never want to run out of bandwidth. Never want to run out of disk space. We never want to run too high of a utilization on our CPU and RAM, et cetera, et cetera. So they have us do that for them. It makes sense, guys. It makes all the sense in the world because the cost of us to do that compared to the customer to do it themselves, it's a no-brainer. Licensing management. More and more of our larger customers who are coming on board today, part of their decision-making process is to say to us, they want to get out of the licensing game. They don't want to do it anymore. Those of you who are familiar with Microsoft and Office 365 know that Microsoft has been increasing the number of users to qualify for an enterprise agreement with them. And customers just don't want to be hassled with licensing management anymore. So we sold a very large deal in the Northeast, and one of the benefits for that customer coming over to us is they did not have to renew a $200,000 Microsoft enterprise agreement. That all rolled up into RapidScale, and the customer was ecstatic about it. And then for those customers who want more of a managed hands-on approach, we'll offer full management all the way down to the end user and their device management. So we have several large customers who have completely outsourced their IT to RapidScale, and we manage everything for them, guys. We do it all. So we serve both sides of the spectrum. We have customers who are do-it-yourselfers, like they could be on Amazon or Azure, and they do everything themselves, and they just love our platform. We have customers on the other end of the spectrum who are fully managed by RapidScale. We are their IT. We do everything for them. And then that big chasm in the middle is where most customers land, right? We're managing some of the workloads. Maybe we're doing full management of their hosted Exchange environment and end users, but they're managing all their own infrastructure. So the managed approach is our differentiation. It is key to the client experience. And for those of you who have larger customers, I was in a conversation with somebody 2 days ago, and they said, the Fortune 500 are never going to go to the cloud. It's not even worth our time trying to penetrate that market. And I kind of chuckled because the Fortune 500 are in the cloud, guys. Fortune 500 companies are looking to move workloads to the cloud every day, just like a small business or a mid-market business is. So don't think due to size, they won't move things to the cloud. We've got an opportunity with a very large healthcare company where they are very large. They're tens of thousands of employees. They're in the Fortune 500. The partner teed up a lunch for us. We went out, we sat down, we had lunch, and lo and behold, we got a desktop as a service opportunity out of it. Not for the entire customer base, just for an acquisition that they were in the process of bringing on. So don't think that a managed cloud approach won't work to very large organizations. It will, and we can help show you how to get there. Account management. So we live and die our mission statement, guys. We have account management, which we call client experience managers. The key, what we do different here, again, it's collaboration with our customers. We do quarterly business reviews with customers where we'll sit down with their IT decision-making team or their senior team and roadmap with them where they see technology and how technology can benefit their business. What aren't they doing today that they have on the roadmap, or what aren't they doing today that they haven't thought about? These are some of the things that make us very different in the space against our real large competitors, i.e. Microsoft and Amazon. They don't offer this kind of service. We do. So the client experience account management is the structural foundation to that. And it is a huge differentiation for us as a managed cloud provider. And my belief specifically is you will see more and more companies. Oh, look, iTunes wants to load something. Of course it does. You'll see more and more companies moving towards managed cloud services. It just makes sense, guys. It's the next level of evolution. So with that said, don't miss the next technical training with Dylan Bowders. I got the name right, Dylan, if you're on the call. Come on, guys, look at the name. Doesn't it look like it should be pronounced in French? No, Dylan is going to do Facing Cyber Threats on our next technical training. You've got to be on this training, guys. This is real. We Cry came out. It shocked the world. It was on every major news feed out there for a week plus. If you're not aware of this, if you don't know how to leverage this to earn additional business, you're shorting yourself, you're shorting your customers. If you're not comfortable with technology and security and cloud and how it all works, we are. Come to us. Come to me directly. I'll sit down with you. I'll do a training with you on our USM security product set. That's a unified security management solution set that we rolled out. Security is key, guys. So please join the next webinar. Summer, I'm gonna ask if we had any other questions.
No, not right now.
Okay, well, again, everybody, thank you so much for joining us, giving us an hour of your time on the first Wednesday of the month. We truly appreciate it. We would not be a successful organization without our partners. You are our lifeblood of our customers. Hopefully this webinar today reviewing the RapidScale experience and how we're different, how we care, is really going to really going to resonate with you. And know that if you give us that opportunity to work with you and your customers, they will be very well taken care of. It's all on the website. Sorry, it's all on the partner portal within 24 hours. Everybody who is on the call will get an email with this deck. Thank you so much for joining it. Make it a great June. Kill it. Go out there, make some big sales, and we'll talk to you all next month. Have a great day.